Hey YouTube, Richician of Team Sorcerers here, and this is the first of the showcasing of my past format decks. I'm doing them in different parts for different formats. In this case, I'm showing off my May 2002 format deck, so yeah, I'm going in chronological order here, although for the just one-off decks from certain formats, I'll put them in one video. But here's May 2002, basically Yugi Kaiba format, which I heard about from another YouTuber channel. A format where basically only cards from Legend of Blue Eyes, the Yugi starter deck and the Kaiba starter deck are legal. And I really wanted to try it out, so I made these decks. Dark Magic Couple was on board with it as well, although he's only got one deck. And I've got two, literally a Yugi one and a Kaiba one. And I really love this format. I feel it's become my second favourite retro format, with first obviously being September 2007, but we'll get to that later. Now typically the Yugi deck apparently doesn't run Dark Magician, because, well, it's a brick, and Summon Skull's better, but I wanted to include Dark Magician, because, well, it's my favourite card and ace monster as well as Yugi, so it wouldn't be right to not include him. But we do have Summon Skull here, like this, the very first copy of it that me and Chris ever got. Okay, Lejin's not a Kaiba card, not a Yugi card, I know, but I wanted to have it in here just so I can face the Kaiba deck or beat down decks on equal terms. Basically, plus, you know, it's a fiend, which sort of fits the theme. There's spellcasters and fiends in here. Neo is a new addition. It was out at the time. I know it was in the American Yugi starter deck, and we didn't get it over here in the UK until the starter deck evolution, but since it came out in 2002, I thought I'd throw it in here, just to give it more of a chance. Mystical Elf for defensive purposes, and yeah, that's an original print there. Otherwise, yeah, a bit of an odd rarity. Wall of Illusion, that's really good. Trap Master's good for getting rid of traps. Man-Eater Bug for getting monsters that I can't run over. Sword of Dark Destruction really helps as well. I've got enough dark monsters to make full use of it. I think one of these was the first copy I ever got. Card Destruction, yeah. Change of Heart, very much needed. Annoying and sacky as hell, I know, but it's kind of a necessary evil. Dark Hole there. D-Spell for getting rid of Swords of Revealing Light and seeing what the opponent's hiding on the back row. Fissure, Monster Reborn, Polygreed, Regeki, two swords, and here's all the traps that were mainly used: Trap Hole and Wabaku. And now for the Kaiba deck, the original play set, which has been in my actual Blue Eyes White Dragon deck for many years. Don't know whether or not to use these or other copies. However, when I eventually do rebuild my proper Blue Eyes White Dragon deck. So there we are. There's one Summon Skull in here as well, even though it's not a Kaiba card. But it's still a 1 tribute beat stick that helps. Here's Lejin, again in odd artworks as well. Good old Battle Ox as well, to match Neo. And look at this, I now have a play set of original prints of Lord of Dragons. I think this was the first copy me and Chris ever got. The others were obtained quite recently. Otherwise, it's a very similar monster lineup, so it's pretty standard. You know, double Flute of Summoning Dragon to get Blue Eyes White Dragon out easily. But yeah, otherwise we've got pretty much the same spells and traps. So there we go. Definitely a lot of fun, these decks. It does annoy me when people shit on this and say, oh god no, that's too old and too slow. What's so wrong with that? It's not too slow, it's a well-balanced pacing. It just annoys me when people shit on these old school formats, in this case May 2002, and just shit on it and badmouth it without giving it a chance. It's so awesome and a lot of fun, and I think I just find it more enjoyable than modern or even 5Ds onwards. You know, but yeah, I'm not sure what other decks were played back then, and maybe someone can tell me. I know Exodia was risky to play. There's nothing stopping you playing Exodia, but the problem is it just also loses to card destruction, because obviously there was no way to recycle the pieces back then. I guess it's easier to just play these decks. Anyway, that's going to do it for the May 2002 decks. So coming up next will be Goat. Thanks for watching.